Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. In this video, I'm going to solve the advanced quantitative ability questions from the latest TCS papers. Okay, now these questions were asked on the exams held on 6th and 7th of August 2022. Right now, so before we go into the questions, okay, now this is the pattern for the latest, TCS off campus or the TCS NQT 2023, whatever you call it. Okay, so it is a combination of foundation and advanced section, that is for the hiring of Ninja and Digital. Okay, now in our channel Learning About, you will find videos related to numerical and reasoning ability. So in fact the this latest numerical ability I've just uploaded, right? So numerical ability, reasoning ability, you will find videos, as well as verbal. You can look at the questions in our practice platform. All the relevant links are given in the description below. And so in this video I'm going to discuss the advanced quantitative ability, right? And reasoning ability also, there are videos, and as far as coding is concerned, I'll provide the sample in the through the Telegram channel. Okay, now so in the other video I had mentioned that in the numerical ability section, okay, the 25 minutes, okay, they're giving about 20 questions. Now here for the 20 minutes duration given, you get 10 questions in the advanced quantitative ability section. So in advanced quantitative ability section, you can actually expect questions from any topic. Okay, but in the recent exam, there were more questions from permutation, combination, probability. Now PNC questions were not asked in the numerical ability. There is a foundation section, PNC probability was not asked. Okay, whereas here in the advanced section it was asked. And data interpretation, again when I say data interpretation, is just a table based question. Okay, so a table based question was asked in the numerical part, in the foundation as well as the advanced, and there was one question in geometry in the advanced section, and there are also questions related to equations, inequality and functions. But other than that, you can expect from anywhere. Okay, so maybe from numbers or percentage, profit loss. Okay, you can expect questions from anywhere as far as the quantitative ability is concerned. Now of these 10 questions, okay, now are they really advanced level? I don't think so, right? So maybe you can say 5 of them are easy, 5 of them are not so easy. But if you have earlier maybe during your school days, if your mathematical foundation was good, okay, that is if you are very good in equality, equations, inequality, functions, etc., right? Some basic number system and all that, if you are good, okay, actually you can solve these 10 questions, okay, much faster than the numerical ability part. Okay, but provided you know the concepts that are being asked here. Okay, now let's move on to the questions. Before we go to the questions, again, this is something that I had mentioned the other video as well. So for most of these questions, they give a statement like this for every question, okay, where they say you cannot simply said you cannot revisit the previous question. Okay, so you have to attempt this question. Definitely you cannot go back to the previous question once you have okay, so once you go to the next question, you cannot go back to the previous question. That is what they are saying here. Okay, so now question number 1. Now trust me, this was asked in the advanced quantitative ability section, right? Now so here they are saying you have a 2-digit number which is 4 times the sum and 3 times the product of the digits. So you know how to represent a 2-digit number, right? So we can express it in the form 10x plus y. Okay, so here they are saying that 4 times the sum of the digits, okay, is equal to that number, and when you take the product of the, and 3 times the product of the digits is equal to the number. Now this is what they have mentioned. Okay, now since they have given options, you can even when you look at the numbers, okay, you can directly pick it up from the number the given choices. Okay, so for example, okay, so you just take 24, the other number similarly you can just rule it out. Okay, so if you take 24, what is the sum of the digits? 2 plus 4, that is 6, right? Now 6 into 4, now that's 24, the given number. Okay, so that condition is satisfied. The next one is 2 into 4 is 8, right? Now 8 into 3 times the product, now that's the number itself, 24. Okay, so the answer is 24 for the first question. Now the second question, it is a probability based question. So you have like 54 aluminum washers, 56 steel washers, and 30 brass washers. If you pick 3 washers at random without replacement, then what is the probability that there are no steel washers? Okay, so you don't want any steel washers. So totally how many are there? Like 140. How did I get that 140? 54 plus 56, that's 110 plus 30. So totally that there are 140 washers. Of that, you don't want, so you don't want to pick the steel washers. Okay, so steel washers there are 56. So the remaining are aluminum and brass. 54 plus 30, that's 84. So in the first pick, what is the probability of picking one among the 84 out of the total 140? Okay, and the second pick, what is happening, it is without replacement. So you will have remaining one, you have picked up one, so you will have remaining 139, and you have picked up one among the other 2, so you will have remaining 83, right? And similarly in the third pick you will have remaining 138, and so the other 2 remaining will be 82. Now you just have to simplify this. Now here 28 is common, so this is like 3 times and this is like 5 times, and so 3, this is 46, right? And this is like 41, and then this is like 23, right? So you just have to make the product 41 into 80. See, denominator 5 into 139 into 23, anyhow you don't have to calculate because denominator is common in the answer choice. 15985, you don't have to calculate, only the numerator you have to calculate. So 41 into 83, which is 3403, right? So again, based on the unit digit also you can guess it. So answer for question number 2 is answer option A, 3403 by 15985. Now the third question, it's a very popular question. So ABC is a right angled triangle, right angled at B if AB equal to 12 centimeter and BC equal to 5. So the moment you look at like a right angle triangle and 12 and 5, the third side, the hypotenuse must be 13. Okay, so 12, 5, 13 is a triangle triplet. Okay, now the question here is, what is the area of the circle that passes through? Okay, so usually they ask for the radius, here they have asked for the area. Okay, fine. So now let me take this. So you have a right angle triangle A. Of course in the question they have not given the figure. Okay, so figure I am bringing it here, so they are not given the figure. So ABC, and so AB is 12 and BC is 5, so we know like AC is 13 centimeter, right? And the circle passes through the vertices A, B and C, right? So it's right angled at B. Now this is a very simple concept, all of us know, right? Now when you have a triangle, when you have a circle like this, okay, which passes through the vertices of a right angle triangle, right, the hypotenuse is the diameter. Okay, so the hypotenuse is the diameter, right? So this is the center of the circle, so this is the diameter. So now if the hypotenuse is 13, right, so the diameter is 13, so the radius would be like 6.5. So what is the area of the square? Pi r square. So anyhow the answer is given in terms of pi, so pi into like 6.5 square, 6.5 square, 65 square is 4225, right? So that's very easy to calculate, because when you have like a number ending with 5, last 2 digits is 25. Now 6 into 7 is 42, so 4225, so 42.25 centimeter square. That's answer for the third question. Now the fourth and fifth question, okay, so it's a data interpretation based question, you can say. So it's a table based data interpretation, but it's a very simple question, and the numbers are given like very small numbers. So here what they have given you is a domestic and international call rates of a few company. Okay, so so you have companies from A to H, and then you have like domestic call rate per minute, domestic call rate per 2 minutes, and international call rate per minute, and international call rate per 2 minutes. Okay, so this is what they have given, right? Now let's look at the question. So in the question, with respect to domestic call rates, the company which charges the highest percentage increase in calls from 1 minute to 2 minutes. Okay, so what is the highest increase is what they are asking. Okay, now so just for convenience, okay, so just maybe you can ignore the decimal, you can just consider this as 85 and this as 89 and so on, right? And maybe this you can take it as like 100. Okay, for convenience you can take this as 100. Now the highest difference, okay, so the first one, if you see, it is the increase is like 4 out of 85. The next one, if you see, it is 1, there is increase in 1 out of 91, so this may not be the highest. The next one is 1 out of 93, that is, it's going to be like an increase of 1 out of 93, so that's going to be like small when compared to the other. Now this is like 100, 95 becoming 100, so this is like 5 out of 95, so this may be there is a possibility. Okay, and next one, 2 increase out of 96, that's going to be like 1 out of 48, that's going to be like very small. Next one, 2 out of 92, next one like 2 out of 92, and the next one is like that is remaining same. Okay, so 100 is being 100 only, right? So between this and this, so 4 out of 85 and 5 out of 19. Now if you simplify, this is like 1 by 19, right? And this is approximately, this is up, no, I'm not exactly saying, this is approximately 1 by 21. Okay, so this should be the highest, this should be the highest. So 1 by 19 in terms of percentage, if you calculate, it should be like 5 point something. Okay, it should be like 5 point something. So the answer is answer option C, 5.26 is the answer for the fourth question. Okay, so this is about the domestic call rate. Now fifth question with respect to the international call rate. Okay, now how many companies have charged, okay, like more than 7% from 1 minute to 2 minutes, like how many companies have charged like more than 7%, that is the question. So here again, as I said for the previous question, just make it ignore the decimal. Okay, which means just make this as 20. Now this is you assume this is 25 and so on. Okay, now first one, what is the increase? There is an increase in like 5, okay, out of 20. Okay, the first one, yes, I am considering. Next one, if you see, it is the increase is like 1 out of 23. Okay, so that's like going to be like very small. Now 1 out of 23, it's going to be like 4 point something. Okay, not more than that. Okay, it's not going to be like 7%. So this is ruled out. Okay, next one is going to be like 2 out of 31. Now 2 out of 31 is approximately like 1 out of 15, that's going to be like 6.6 something. Okay, so that is also ruled out, right? The next one is going to be like 2 out of like 29. Maybe I'll just consider this. I don't know, I don't think 2 out of 29 will cross 7%, but anyhow I'll just hold that. Here there is no increase at all. Okay, so that I'm not considering here. In fact, okay, here it is 1 out of like 28, that's going to be like approximately like 3.5% or something. I mean 3% something, that's not going to affect. I mean that's not going to be like more than 7%. Next one also is not going to be more than 7%. Next one, it is 2 out of 32. 2 out of 32 will be like 1 out of 16, that will be like 6.25%. Okay, so that is also not crossing 7. Okay, so that's also ruled out, right? So now 5 out of 20, that's like 1/4, that's to 25%, so definitely that is counted. Okay, now this 2 out of 29, now 2 out of 29, will it cross 7? 2 out of 29, no, this is little less than 7. The question is greater than 7. Okay, because 203 is 7 times 29, 203 is 7 times 29, so it is very small. I mean it is little less than, okay, so very little less than 7%. It is 6.9 something percentage. Okay, but it is not 7%, so only one value, so that's my answer. Okay, so answer option 4 is the answer for question number 5. Now question number 6, the equation whose roots are greater by 1 than those of 2x square minus 3x plus 1. So this quadratic equation is a very simple quadratic equation to simplify. So if you want to find the roots of the equation, you can just like write like this, right? So 2x is common, you get x minus 1, this side you get minus 1. So what you get 2x minus 1 into x minus 1 equal to 0. So what are the roots? X is equal to half, x equal to 1. These are the roots. Now if you add, if you add greater than by 1 means, okay, the new roots of the the other equation, it will be like 1 plus half, it will be like 1.5, and this would be 1 plus 1, that will be 2. So the new equation, you will get x minus 3 by 2 into x minus 2. Okay, so if you multiply this, you will get x square plus 3 minus 7 by 2 ex, right? If you just multiply this by 2, so that it's 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so that's answer option B for question number 6. Answer option B for question number 6. Now question number 7. So this is a question where they have not given the answer choice. Okay, so please remember, there is no answer choice given. You have to enter the answer. So you have been given an equation. Okay, so the roots of the equation are 2, minus 2 and 4. Now the smallest positive integer root of, okay, so basically first we have to find the roots of the other equation. Okay, so if ax square, bx square and cx and d, okay, that's equal to 0. Now you see a connection here, right? So instead of a, here you have 8, instead of b you have 4, instead of c you have 2, right? So just so instead of x you put like 2x in this particular equation. Instead of x you put 2x in this particular equation. Okay, now if you put like that, what will happen? Now this equation, if I am going to write it here, now instead of x, if you put 2x, it will be like 8a x cube plus 4b x square plus 2c x plus d equal to 0. Okay, instead of x, if you put 2x, right? Now we know the answer, right? So when we take 2x in place of x, okay, then the roots will be divided by 2. The roots will be divided by 2. Okay, now which means if 2 minus 2 and 4 are the roots, then the new roots will be 2 by 2 1, minus 2 by 2 minus 1, and 4 by 2 will be 2. Okay, now this is actually a popular question. This has been asked in the other exams. Okay, right? Probably if you Google this question also, you might get this question. Okay, but here they have not asked for all the 3 roots. They have asked for the smallest positive integer. Okay, so among the two positive numbers, smallest positive integer is 1. So using the virtual keyboard or whatever, you have to enter 1 in the given box. Okay, in the given box you have to enter 1. So they have given an instruction that in the box you should not enter the rupee symbol or percentage or kilometers, and okay, so that and all you should not enter. You should enter only the numerical term. Okay, so here the answer is 1 for question number 7, right? Now 8th question. So the same instruction that was there earlier, it was there for this question also, right? So I just want to I didn't want the screen to look with so much content. That's why I have not put the same I have not put that instruction here. So here language has got like 5 letters and the alphabet is exactly like 80,000 words. Okay, so what must be the maximum word limit? Okay, see, when you, let's say if it has got like only 1 letter, okay, if a word has got only 1 letter, if the word length is 1, okay, and when you have like 5 letters, there are 5 possibilities. If the word length is 2, right, you have like 5 into 5, 25 possibilities are there, right? Because there is no restriction, you can like use any words a number of times. Okay, now similarly when you have like 3, if the word length is 3, 5 into 5 into 5, you have 125. Okay, if you go like this, now 7, okay, now if you have 7 letters, you will have like 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, that is 5 power 7, that would be like 78125, I guess. Okay, so what must be the maximum length of a word? It is 7. The answer for question number 8 is 7. Now question number 9. So we have to find the distance between two spheres, right? So the equations given, actually we have to find the minimum distance, right? So first like some basics. Now when you want to find like sphere, now the distance we have to write the spheres in terms of so like x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square plus z minus c whole square equal to r square. Okay, now in this form we have to represent, and to find the distance, right, we have to find the square root of x1, or maybe we can write x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay, now this is the distance between the two spheres. Now here what is asked is the shortest distance. Okay, now this part minus the sum of the radiuses, that would be the minimum distance. That will be the minimum distance. That is the formula. So that's the basic. Now the given equation we want to convert in terms of like x minus a whole square and so on. Now that is actually very easy to do, right? So only thing is that you have to, when you write, you have to write them accordingly. So you just write x square plus 2x, right, and then like y square minus 4y and z square plus 6z, right? So you have a 0 on all that, let that be there. Now you want to write it in the form of x square x minus something like whole square, right? So this we have 2x, so we can think that if I put a 1 here, right, now that will be like x plus 1 whole square. Okay, now from where do I get that 1? I get from this 5 here. Now here I can put a 4. Okay, now this will become y minus 2 whole square, right? Then here I don't have any number, but maybe I can put a 9 here. From where do I get the 9? I just put a minus 9 so that it becomes like 0, right? So it's like I've not added anything, right? So now this, if I convert, so this will be like x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square plus z plus 3 whole square. Now that's equal to that's equal to 9. That's equal to 9, right? So that's equal to 9. So now the center point of the sphere is minus 1 comma 2 comma minus 1 comma 2 comma minus 3. Now that's the center point of the first sphere, and the radius r1 is equal to 3. R1 is equal to 3, right? Now similarly, if I do the same thing for the second sphere, I will get the center points to be minus 3, 6 and minus 4, and R2 would be 1. R2 would be 1. Okay, so the same thing you have to do. This 60 you will be like splitting it as 9, 36 and 16. Okay, 9, 36 and 16, and this side you will get a 1. Okay, so that's how it will end with. Now we have to find the distance, right? So root of the difference between minus 3 and minus of minus 1, this whole square, plus difference between like 6 and 2 whole square, and then difference between minus 3 and minus 4, minus 3 and minus of minus 4, that whole square, okay, minus 3 plus 1. Okay, the roots. Okay, like so root of minus 3 minus plus 1, that will be like 2 square. Okay, plus now this will be like 4 square, and the next one will be like 1 square minus 4. So that will be like root 21 minus 4. That's answer option B for question number 9, root 21 minus 4. Now 10th question. So they're asking like if p of x is a polynomial of degree 6, and if p of x equal to p of minus x, then what is the maximum number of non-zero? Okay, so the idea here is actually very simple. Okay, so the constant term will not change. When you say like p of x is like p of minus x, the constant term will not change. Other than that, what has to happen if p of x is equal to f of if p of x equal to p of minus x, then all the odd power terms have to be 0. Only then that is possible, right? So when you take this like this, okay, all the odd power terms, okay, should be 0. Okay, so only then it is possible. Okay, so the maximum non-zero terms would be like the remaining 4 terms, that will be like 4. The answer is 4 for question number 10. Okay, now the last question. So number of like integral solutions of x that do not satisfy the inequation, right? So this again you can kind of like look at the numbers here, even like manually calculate. So the range will be from 20 minus 2020 to plus 2022. Now these numbers, okay, will not satisfy the inequation. All the other numbers will satisfy. So minus 2022, so the answer is 4043. Now that's the answer for question number 11, right? So with this we come to the end of this video. I sincerely hope that like this video was useful to you. Now if you have any queries, please do post your questions in the comment section below. Now if you have any difference of opinion, because like I said, some of the questions are popular questions but the exact numbers were not there. Some of the questions were relatively kind of like twisted or new. So if you have any difference of opinion with the answers that I have, you can share your whatever is your opinion, you can share it. Or if you have any other queries or you want me to solve some questions, you can either put it in the comment section here or maybe in the Instagram. Okay, so you can just send me a direct message in Instagram, right? Whenever possible, like I'll just try to solve it, right? And if you like this video, please click on the like button and share it with your friends who may need it. And if you are not already subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching the video. All the best for your exams. Have a great day.